Hello and welcome back to The Power of Now, a guide to spiritual enlightenment with Gilda and Barbara. Today we're doing a book study on Awakening to Divine Purpose, a guide through the 6 stages of spiritual awakening, written by Barbara Wainwright, and we hope you have your copy so that you can follow along. Today we're going to focus on introducing this book to you, our beloved audience. My name is Barbara Wainwright, and I'm here with Gilda Simonet. Welcome, Gilda.
Thank you.
Awakening to Divine Purpose, a guide through the 6 stages of spiritual awakening. Acknowledgements. This book would not have been possible without the encouragement and support of my loved ones. My husband, Heath Chadwick, my daughter, Dallas James, my artist in the Philippines, Rigel Alan Munciak, my photographer, Eric Quiros, Keith Brockway, who took the photo of the cover, and the many coaches who, during our classes, inspired me to step up, persevere, and bring this work to completion. I want to acknowledge especially Keith Brockway, as he shared a photo with me that was the inspiration for me to complete this book, and his encouragement for me to continue writing moved me into action. Keith captured the cover photo in Fort Wayne, Indiana. I also want to give a special thank you to Gilda Simonet, who is my co-host here on The Power of Now, a guide to spiritual enlightenment, and has continued to show up for God and me. Gilda has been a true blessing in my life, and I am forever grateful that she continues to show up. The dedication. This book is dedicated to everyone who is seeking hope, guidance, and enlightenment through their own connection to the divine. May you find within these pages words that are heartfelt, uplifting, and deeply encouraging, embodying wisdom, lived experience, and spiritual insight. I love you.
Introduction. Change is inevitable in life. You can either resist it and risk being run over by it, or you can choose to cooperate with it, adapt to it, and learn how to benefit from it. When you embrace change, you begin to see it as an opportunity for growth. Awakening to Divine Purpose, a guide through the 6 stages of spiritual transformation, is a powerful and insightful guide for anyone navigating life's inevitable changes and seeking genuine transformation. The spiritual journey often begins with dissatisfaction, the quiet realization that something is missing, or through overwhelming devastation, what many call the dark night of the soul. Yet, it is within these moments that awakening takes root. What was once seemed like suffering often becomes the very turning point that lifts us out of darkness and into light. What makes the journey to awakening so profound is the focus on personal responsibility and inner power. Our thoughts create our reality. Learning to become conscious observers of our thinking patterns and mastering them through self-discipline is the beginning of self-control. When we align our conscious desires with our subconscious beliefs, life begins to flow with ease. Resistance, in many cases, is simply a sign that subconscious programming is working against our true path. Through repetition, emotional intelligence, and conscious awareness, we can reprogram our inner landscape and open the door to breakthrough and renewal of our divine purpose. The stages outlined in this book move you from searching for answers outside yourself to discovering that answers have been within you all along. Your deeper inner guidance, your intuition, serves as a spiritual compass, pointing you back toward truth. Along the way, you learn to live by principles such as honesty, integrity, and acceptance, recognizing that accountability to yourself is essential for your spiritual growth. Ultimately, the journey to enlightenment culminates in surrender, turning our will over to God and discovering our divine purpose. Each of us is born with unique, divinely inspired gifts meant to be shared with the world. When doubt, fear, or indecision, the unholy trio, as Napoleon Hill called them, arises, we are invited to move forward anyway, trusting the call within. The final stage, sharing newfound beliefs and divine gifts, is both the reward and the calling. When we step outside our comfort zone and act in alignment with our divine purpose, the universe conspires on our behalf. Miracles unfold. Opportunities arise. We become instruments of grace.
The message woven throughout these pages is simple, yet profound. Show up for God, and God will show up for you in miraculous ways. If you are ready to stop playing small and embrace the extraordinary life you were meant to live, this book will guide you toward that transformation. Boldness, as W.H. Murray said, has genius, power, and magic in it. I believe there are definitive stages to a spiritual awakening. It rarely happens overnight, though there are always exceptions to the rule. Two individuals who immediately come to mind are Eckhart Tolle and Bill Wilson. Each experienced a spontaneous awakening, though both endured deep suffering before their moment of enlightenment. For most of us, however, the path is longer, marked by turmoil, questions, wonder, and awe, as we gradually weave our way towards serenity and acceptance of what is. With these thoughts in mind, I invite you to join me in exploring the 6 stages of spiritual awakening as I have come to know them. My hope is that as you read, you will recognize pieces of your own story within these stages and find encouragement, clarity, and inspiration for your spiritual journey ahead.
I'm excited to read this book because I do feel like I will probably recognize pieces of my own story, like within these stages, especially when I kind of started reading a little bit when I first received it. I don't know if I'm cheating because I read a little bit of it, but I was just like, oh, okay, yeah. I definitely need to read this book right now. So I'm super excited that we are. And hopefully it'll help other people that are listening too, because I know that it was kind of helping me while I was reading it.
Thank you so much for that, Gilda. You know, it's a little weird for me reading a book that I wrote. At the same time, I know that that's why it got written, was so that we could share it with the world. And so I'm excited to be sharing it, although it feels a little uncomfortable for me to actually be reading it. Even reading the introduction and reading, the acknowledgments and the dedication, it just feels a little uncomfortable. I do believe that as we move through the book, I will get more comfortable with it. But for now, I have to move through. And this is, this is part of the spiritual transformation, moving through what feels uncomfortable, even though you are feeling uncomfortable, you do it anyway. You show up and you do it anyway. And that's kind of what I feel like I'm doing right now is I am showing up and I'm doing it anyway, even though I have an inner resistance. It feels a little uncomfortable. And what was it that we said about resistance just here in the beginning? It was like, oh, here it is. Resistance in many cases is simply a sign that the subconscious programming is working against our true path. So there you go. I have an inner resistance to doing this. And it is my true path. I know that, or I wouldn't keep showing up. But obviously, there's something in my subconscious mind that says it's not okay. Or what are you doing?
It's your ego trying to ruin it for you, but I think this is a great thing that we're doing. So,
Thank you.
yeah.
It's like, yeah, my ego's going a million miles an hour. It's like, what are you thinking? Okay, no, I'm thinking I have to do this because it's part of my mantra: show up for God, and God will show up for you in miraculous ways. So here I am showing up. And here's the thing: I am really hopeful that you will get some value out of are reading this book. I mean, that's the whole reason the book is in existence, is because I'm hoping that you will get some value from it.
Here's to knowing that people will get value out of it.
Thank you. See, this is the beauty of having someone walk alongside you on your spiritual journey, because you can lift each other up by reminding each other to take it higher.
Yes, I love you, Barbara.
I love you too. I'm excited for our next episode. Will be Stage 1, Awakening, Becoming Conscious. And the first section is Triggers, the Catalysts for Change. Until next week, hope you have a good one. Bye now.
Bye.
If you've enjoyed this podcast and you'd like to experience a deeper connection, we have two beautiful options. You can work with Gilda as your coach to apply these teachings in your real life. Or if you feel called to help others transform, you can become a certified professional coach through Wainwright Global. To learn more, join our Facebook group, The Power of Now, A Guide to Spiritual Enlightenment with Gilda and Barbara. Send us a direct message, just type the word coach, and we'll reply with the details and help you choose the best fit.